failing a lot of people around Los Angeles. So joining us now is industry expert Kaya Stanley. Thank you so much for joining us. So let's just get straight into these reports that insurance companies straight up dropped fire coverage for a bunch of people in California last year, like a month ago, a few months ago. How does something like that happen?
Yeah, this whole situation is devastating anyway. The way that the insurance companies dropped everybody from the fire coverage is going to make it even more catastrophic. The reasons that they did it, there's a lot of reasons. One is that there was so much more risk because of the fires, and there's questions about whether the insurance commissioner was making it harder for them to adjust their rates to cover the raising costs of the risk and also the rising costs of the reinsurance. And so the reality was, and it's not just California. I mean, it's happened in other places like Florida where there's been hurricanes. So when there's high risk areas and the costs are just too high, the carriers are leaving because they can't make money in those areas on those risks.
And the timing on this in particular seems absolutely horrible. It's actually fueling like some conspiracy theories that are totally unfounded out there. But it does have people up in arms, and it is causing a lot of confusion. Is there any recourse for people that, got dropped, possibly in the last couple of months before this happens, or is that just the nature of the insurance industry right now?
Well, I'm CEO of an insurance company, but when I put on my lawyer hat, we're going to see tons of lawsuits. And whether or not they're winnable lawsuits or not, that's what we're going to see. And one of the fallouts here that I don't hear a lot of people talking about is the underinsurance. So there's people that were dropped that didn't even get new insurance. That's a problem in and of itself. Then there's a lot of people that went into the state system or got other coverage and they're underinsured, but they don't realize that they are. They think that they have replacement cost that is going to cover the cost of rebuilding their home, and it's just not true for a variety of reasons. Everything from they undervalued their house, or their insurance broker and undervalued the house, or regulations changed, and so the valuation when the house was originally built are completely different, and the cost to rebuild it, while tens of thousands of other people are trying to rebuild at the same time, where you're not going to be able to find labor, you're not going to be able to, the skyrocketing costs of materials. There's a ton of reasons why the underinsurance problem is going to happen also. But it's not a conspiracy theory. We're going to see lawsuits galore, and just like what happened when the insurance companies walked away, the people that are going to suffer the most are the consumers, because the lawyers are going to win because they're going to be paid for the lawsuits. The insurance companies are eventually going to settle even if they are not liable, but the consumers are the ones that are going to be hardest hit through this entire thing.
And Kai, I'm not sure if you could help us with this last question, but in this area of Altadena, we've been talking to a lot of people, and one of the big concerns is that there are a lot of non-English speaking migrant renters that have been renting out here, and the fear is that they don't have insurance. Possibly the people that are renting to them don't have insurance. If you do find yourself in a situation where you have absolutely lost everything and there is no recourse when it comes to insurance, any advice?
I just listened to that last press conference you guys just played where FEMA was talking about what they're going to do. I wish I could be as hopeful that they're going to be able to provide as much as they're promising, but we're talking about billions, like 70 billion, and the fires aren't even contained yet. So I don't have a good silver lining here. This is going to get worse before it gets better, and I just hope that the community comes together and nonprofits come together. But from an insurance standpoint, there's not going to be, the insurance companies are not going to come in and save the day here. It's going to have to come from state, federal, private sector.
Yeah, everyone for themselves sometimes, and then step in the communities. Kaya, thanks for shooting us straight on all that. We really appreciate this.
Thank you.
And coming up, we've got some other headlines from today.